Thank you so much for joining me today. So the topic today is when pain persists. So if you're struggling with chronic pain or an injury and you feel like you have just tried everything, maybe you've done PT, chiropractic, acupuncture, you've done nutrition, anti-inflammatories, and nothing is working, the pain is still lingering, it's still sticking around, and you just aren't sure what to do. So if that's you, or even if you know someone that is experiencing this, then this live stream is for you. I'll be sharing some insights about why this pesky pain may be lingering and what you can do about it that may be the missing link and also might not be what you think. I'm Jenna. I am a Pilates and movement expert specializing in working with chronic pain. I help people get back to doing the things that they love to do so that they can really fully enjoy the life that they were meant to enjoy. And I am not a stranger to having chronic pain myself. I've had many struggles with this throughout my life, which started at a very young age from having scoliosis at the age of 14 and choosing not to do surgery, and having many episodes of SI joint pain, which is kind of pain in your lower back, but it actually comes from the pelvis. I recently had an episode of SI joint pain after doing some body surfing and dropping from a wave, getting hit. It really threw my pelvis out of alignment and I was really struggling. I could barely walk. There was no position I could get in that didn't hurt. I could not sit, lay down, pretty much couldn't do anything without pain. Pain that radiated all the way down my leg, and even just taking a step would make my breath, make me have to catch my breath because it was so painful. And on the journey to healing my body, I realized that even though I was doing all of the things, I was, just as I said before, doing body work and PT exercises, taking care of myself, sleeping well, eating right, it just still wasn't going away. And I was thinking, what am I missing here? And I realized that there were a few things that I wasn't really taking into account. So we're going to dive into that today, because pain teaches us what it has come to teach us until we've actually learned from it, until we've learned that lesson. And so if this is going on for you, what I want to ask you today is, have you tried actually speaking to your body, speaking to the pain, okay? Because our body is so intelligent, so incredibly, amazingly intelligent and aware. And when we give ourselves the chance to really listen and tune into, what does my body have to teach me today? And every day can be a different experience. So if you haven't tried this, and if you're watching this live stream or watching the replay, I would suggest, even right now, taking a moment to just listen and tune into your body and ask, what would you like to share? And that doesn't always, happen right away. You might not get an answer right away. This takes practice if this is the first time that you've tried this, and that's okay. The more you practice it, the easier it becomes. And it'll get easier and easier over time. Because we also have emotional and subconscious reasons why we may be experiencing this pain. Okay, so that would be my first suggestion, is to actually have a conversation with the pain. You may want to journal and see if any answers come to you. And if not, again, that's okay. But you can continue to explore this, and there's different ways that our subconscious speaks to us. So it might be, you actually hear some words and you write that down, and it gives you some insights into what might be going on. Another way the subconscious can speak to us is through our dreams. So you may notice, once you have this inquiry of like, what's really going on, what are the deeper reasons why, I am experiencing this pain, you may have a dream about it that gives you some insights. And it could be, I think this is more how it works for me, is if I go on a walk or I spend some time in nature, I'll have an insight. And it can work that way too. But setting this intention of really wanting to have this conversation with your body, because the body can speak, it's very intelligent. We can connect the mind and the body and really listen to what it has to say. And some questions that you can also ask yourself is, what beliefs or memories come up when you think about your body and pain? What beliefs or memories come up when you think about this pain? Because sometimes what we're experiencing now in the current moment doesn't just have to do with what's going on right now. It could actually be something that's coming up from the past to now be resolved. Because sometimes if we go through an experience, especially if it's a very traumatic experience, we don't always know how to process that. And I think it was Carl Jung that talked about this black box theory, where our subconscious puts it away in a black box for later, when we actually are resourced and we do have the ability to deal with it or to process it. So it could be something coming up now that happened previously for you to now express and to heal and to resolve. Another question you may want to just reflect on, you could journal about this, is, do you feel deserving of health? Do you feel deserving of ease? Do you feel deserving of comfort? So all of us have a different upbringing and grew up in different ways. If you grew up more in poverty, if you grew up struggling a lot, you watched your parents struggle, you watched your family struggle, or maybe they were dealing with a lot of health issues themselves, then maybe somewhere along the line you decided for yourself you just don't deserve to feel good in your body. You don't deserve to feel comfortable, to be comfortable, and have a life that feels full and easy. And one more thing you may want to consider, sit with, journal about is, were there any experiences in your past where pain or where struggle was normalized? So sometimes when we go through really difficult or challenging experiences, then we begin to just think that that's the way things are for us now, and that they're not going to change or they're not going to get better, and we create this belief that this is the way things are. I'm just going to struggle. Things are just going to get more difficult for me. Or maybe things start to feel easier and flow better, and then you're just waiting for the shoe to drop. And again, faced with so many challenges. And of course, that's just the ebb and flow of life, right? But you'll see that some people seem to just flow with ease through their life, maybe not just having that as many challenges. And you may be wondering for yourself, why do I have so many challenges? Like, why do I always feel like I'm struggling, or that I'm always having to resolve something that's so challenging for me? So these are all just questions to reflect on. They may not resonate for you, and if they don't resonate, that is okay too. But, you know, when you're experiencing pain, I think it just, I mean, really, if you've tried everything and nothing else is working, why not see if you can tune into some of these deeper reasons why you may be going through this. So I would suggest, you know, getting out your journal, watching this replay, really taking some time with these questions, because it might not just be a one and done. You might want to really spend some time reflecting on this, but at the same time, it doesn't have to take forever, right? So I think that we can often receive these answers quite quickly from our body when we really take the time to ask and to receive the answer. So now we're going to just talk about affirmations. I'm going to give you a few suggestions on some affirmations that you could possibly use if you would like to use these as a way to rewire some of these less than empowering beliefs that we might be carrying about ourselves, about our bodies. I've done some live streams in the past about the subconscious mind, and so if you're interested in learning more about that, then you can comment subconscious below. I will make sure that you're able to find the link to that live stream. But we're just kind of tapping into that today. But when we say affirmations and we continue to repeat them, our subconscious is reprogrammed through repetition. So over time, this really starts to stick, and we can start to create new beliefs. So if you find that you are maybe empathic, you tend to take on other people's problems, other people's pain, then you may have a belief about yourself, something like, I'm carrying their pain, or I don't want them to have to carry this burden, so I'm going to carry the burden for them. This is definitely something that can especially happen when you see a loved one that's suffering or struggling and in pain. So an affirmation or an auto-suggestion that you could use would be something like, I release all that isn't mine to carry and trust my body to heal itself. So if you're watching this live or watching the replay, it can be really powerful to just close your eyes and take that in. So I'm just going to say that one more time. I release all that isn't mine to carry and trust my body to heal itself. So if that resonates with you, you can really let that sink in. And feel in your body that you trust that your body can heal itself. You can even just say that, a shorter affirmation that you might be able to remember and repeat throughout the day. So when you're feeling pain, you can say, I trust that my body can heal this. I know my body can heal, because our bodies truly can heal and regenerate. They're amazing, and research has shown that the body can regenerate and heal anything at any age. And so you're no different. There's no reason why this can't also apply to you and what's going on with you. So trusting in the body's ability to heal is really quite powerful. And another common belief could be something like, this pain is just stuck in my body, or it's never going to go away. I know that that is one that I've felt for myself when I've experienced these bouts of really acute pain, feeling like, okay, this is just how things are now. I'm just going to be in pain all the time now for the rest of my life, and it's never going to go away. And so an auto-suggestion for that could be something like, my body knows how to restore balance and ease. I'll say that again. My body knows how to restore balance and ease. Really let that sink in. And I would suggest spending some time writing down, what beliefs do you have about the pain that you're experiencing? And take some time to consider what would be a more empowering way to reframe this, and write down your own affirmations or auto-suggestions. Auto-suggestion came from Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich. So we're just repeating this to ourselves to kind of convince ourselves that we can heal, because like I said before, there may be some ways in which you don't believe that you can heal. And if you haven't ever seen yourself heal, then it might be hard to be able to visualize that and see that. And when it comes to these auto-suggestions, it's really also important to feel them in your body, because the subconscious, again, is rewired through not just changing our thoughts, but through feeling it in our body. So through feeling and repetition. And there's been a lot of research on this. There's some great information about this. Joe Dispenza has some wonderful books on this if you want to read more about how this works, the science behind it. but you don't really need to even understand how it works for it to work, which is the really cool thing. So that's what I would suggest, is taking some time to journal, to listen to the pain, to contemplate what it may be teaching you. And I know this can be challenging when you don't feel good, right? So be gentle on yourself with this. You don't have to force yourself to, you know, continue to repeat these affirmations to yourself if it doesn't resonate with you. And you can find your own way with it. So these are just some suggestions. And if you want more support with this, I would love to help support you on this journey. This is what I do, is I help people to find the right recipe of therapeutic exercises for their body so that they're working on the physical reasons why they may be experiencing pain, but we also dive into the deeper reasons why you may be experiencing this. So we go into some of those subconscious beliefs, and when we work together, we can really take a deeper look at what may be those underlying reasons why you're having this experience in your body. So if that's something that sounds interesting to you, we can do a complimentary call. You can just comment "I'm in" below, and I will reach out to you. We can set up a complimentary call so that you can have a better understanding of how this works and how I work as well. We can just chat. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you know anyone that can also benefit from this live stream, please feel free to share it with them. You can share the link, and they'll need to join the group in order to watch it. And if you have any suggestions or anything you really want to discuss or talk about in these live streams, please let me know. I'm happy to take any requests and really want to make this group a resource for you and for what you have going on. So thank you everybody for joining me today, and I'll just take a moment. If anyone has any questions, I see a number of people are here watching, and it doesn't always show me the names of people, but if you want to pop in any questions in the chat box, feel free to do that. And if you're watching the replay, I do also go back and look at the chat after the live stream, so you're welcome to pop any questions there in the chat if you are also watching the replay. All right, everyone, I will see you next week, and take care. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.